What is power factor? Welcome. Today we are diving into a fundamental concept of electrical engineering, power factor. Over the next few minutes, we will explore why this ratio is the driving force behind efficiency in alternating current systems and why it matters for industrial application. What is power factor? So, what exactly is power factor? In the world of AC circuits, it is the measure of how effectively we convert incoming electrical power into useful work output. Mathematically, we define it as the ratio of real power, measured in kilowatts, to apparent power, measured in kVA. The three components of power. To understand that ratio, we must distinguish between the three components of power. First, we have real power. This is the active power that actually runs your motors and lights. It's what you want to pay for. Second, is apparent power, which is the total capacity the utility must deliver to your site. And finally, reactive power. While it performs no direct work, it is physically necessary to sustain magnetic fields in inductive loads like transformers and motors. The power triangle. Engineers visualize the relationship between these three components using the power triangle. As you can see here, real power is the base, and reactive power is the height. The hypotenuse represents the total apparent power. The power factor itself is simply the cosine of the angle between the real and apparent power. The smaller that angle, the better your efficiency. Power factor states. Our target is unity power factor, or 1.0. This is the ideal state where 100% of the supplied power is being used for work. However, in most industrial settings, we deal with a lagging power factor. This is caused by inductive loads where the current lags behind the voltage. Conversely, capacitive loads create a leading factor, which we can actually use to our advantage. Consequences of low PF. Why is a low power factor a problem? Physically, it is inefficient. A low power factor means the system must draw a higher current to do the same amount of work. This excess current creates thermal stress, leading to greater heat losses in your conductors and requiring larger, more expensive transformers and cabling to handle the load. The financial impact. Beyond the physical stress, there is a direct financial impact. Utilities need to maintain grid stability, so they penalize inefficiency. If your facility's power factor drops below a standard threshold, typically 0.90 or 0.95, you will likely incur significant penalty surcharges on your monthly electricity bill. Power factor correction. Fortunately, this is solvable through power factor correction. The most common method involves installing capacitor banks in parallel with your inductive loads. These capacitors introduce a leading current that directly neutralizes the lagging reactive current from your motors, effectively pulling your power factor back up toward unity. Summary. In summary, managing power factor is not just a technical theory, it is an operational necessity. By maintaining a high power factor, you maximize the capacity of your electrical infrastructure, reduce energy wastage, and significantly minimize your operational costs. Q&A. Thank you for your time and attention. I would now like to open the floor to any questions you may have regarding power factor calculations or correction methods.